Is it gonna blow? We gotta get out of here.
Yeah, baby. We did it! This is how we say, good job.
Is that your first human contact? Through a suit. Okay, that was adorable.
All right. Time's up, kiddo. Show me what you were working on.
Okay.
Man, how far we've come. Look at that. This is the in-game model, not a CGI cutscene. Oh my god. Oh my god. That's actually... God damn it, that reminds me so much of my niece last time I saw her. Holy shit. Okay, that actually really hit me in the feels. Okay, I like this game. It was a little clunky, a little awkward at first, but I'm sure once, you know, you really get more practice in it and not just single-mindedly focus on hacking and, you know, play strategically and get out of the damn way and not just stand in place and focus on the hack. But yeah, and maybe it's a little easier on the controller, I don't know, but honestly, that was very satisfying. Wow. And yours sold too, huh? Alright. And would you believe, dude, a lot of the retards on Twitter are bitching about this game. They're trying to say that childless men who play this game are creepy and are probably PDF files. I'm like, fuck you, alright? Anybody who claims that shit, their hard drives should be checked. There's this one stupid twat named Mary, I forget her last name, started with an M. She's like on Timcast's podcast. She tried to claim that men have no nurturing instincts. Unless it's like their own kid. Right? And I'm like, fuck you in the face with an iron stick. Just... My friend's daughter, yes, that's the one I referred to as my quote-unquote niece. But she looked at me like I was her funny uncle. I've had a great relationship with her parents since we were teenagers, and she really likes me, and she's such a sweetheart. She really melted my heart somehow. I mean, there was a time I hated kids, right? But then I met little Iris, and just that sheer unfiltered happiness she had when she saw me, and how she wanted to play with me, and how, you know, I'm a total goofball myself, and so just being that made her laugh. It was just so easy for me to interact with her and play with her and joke with her, and her dad too. Like, I would hold her down and her dad would tickle her, and and she would just cuddle with me when we were watching TV, and I just sat there, and it was totally natural while I just had my hand on her arm and I just squeezed her to my side, and I was like, yeah, you're all right, kiddo. And then when it was time for me to leave, because, you know, they live 8 hours away, she was hugging me goodbye. She had her arms around my neck, and I was holding her tight, and I felt something, and I said to her, you know, kiddo, it's the craziest thing. I've said for years that I don't want kids, and then I meet you, and I still don't want them, but you're all right. Well, that cracked up her parents, and, you know, it's true. Wifey and I agreed long before we got married that we weren't going to have kids, and I don't regret that decision, and I still stand by it, and it is permanent. She's had a hysterectomy, so it is impossible for her to get pregnant. I mean, she doesn't have a womb. So that window is closed. But ever since I met Iris, I can't help but wonder sometimes, what if? I really miss that little scamp. Last time I saw her, she was 8. Almost the same age, well, age, quote unquote, as Diana here, and she's 11 now, and the cuddly little kid phase is rapidly closing, so I don't know if I were to somehow manage to get up there to, get the money to make the trip to see her again, I'm sure it won't be the same as that little time capsule memory I have of her, but it will still be nice to see her again, and I still hear her on Discord when I'm playing games with her dad, and I felt oddly protective of her too. Like, I just had this compulsion. Like, I would fight the world to make sure everything turns out okay for her. Is that what parenthood is like? Is that feeling that she awakened in me? And Diana is kind of the sniper shot to that exact little, I don't want to say mark on my heart, but that Iris left. I don't know, man, but either way, I would very much like to play this game some more. I just, have to, since I'm not working again, thanks to my fucking spine, I can't really make any luxury purchases. This game is what, $60 full price? Maybe I'll have to go get my blood sucked again. Anyway, I'm gonna close the stream for right now so I can get set up. I'm gonna just play some, I don't know, wait for a sale too. Yeah. From what I understand, Capcom is good to us like that. So, I gotta say, thank you once again, you wokey retards on Twitter, because your bitching has brought attention to this game and has probably driven up sales. Like, hasn't this thing sold like a couple million since it came out? Just like how you dumbasses tried to boycott Hogwarts Legacy and then it goes on to become a bestseller. Well, thank you, you dumb shits. You've probably made more sales than ever. That's the modern audience for you. The anti-consumer. Huh? Makes you wonder if those people are part of the marketing plan. If so, it is a clever strategy. Like how... Oh. Remember how old school Rockstar used to manufacture the controversy or something? So, back then, media was much more right-wing than it definitely is now. And they would just use that as to their advantage. Let's just drum up a bunch of left-wing cry-bullies and on Twitter, and we'll bring attention to our game. Just like Knight's Path. Just like Knight's Path. You hear about that one, Kess? Okay. What was it, last month or the month before? Recently. There's a game in development called Knight's Path. Yeah, as in Dappy English Kniggets. It's a medieval fantasy game. The squire to the hero kind of thing, I think. Devs were sharing, some development stuff. They had a poll, and they showed a image of a beautiful young woman smiling and said, "This is one of your potential love interests." And some dipshit on the Twitters had to ask, but what about my LGBTQ elemental P representation? And they just said, we care about fun, not modern agendas. And then all the wokies find this, latch onto it, start screaming and throwing their diapers and at the screen and shit. And that brought a lot more attention to the game, and people were interested. And then at the same time, that other stupid ass game, what was it, 1348 Ex Voto or something like that? Everyone just calls it the lesbian night game, because that's what it is. You play as this ugly woman with that stupid looking bowl haircut. She looks like a 98-pound Lloyd Christmas from Dumb and Dumber. And they tried to throw shade at Knight's Path by saying our game is being released, add it to your modern agenda. And guess what? The game flopped like hell. I mean, not just because these people are trying to tell us in medieval Italy, two lesbians is a normal thing. I mean, I suppose it did exist, but certainly in secret, not so open. Because wouldn't they have been burned at the stake for heresy or something? I don't know. But either way, the game just plain sucked. I've seen gameplay footage of it. It's not that deep. The animation looks awful. The models just, I don't know, rubber skin suits. Hell, my VTuber avatar looked better. Probably more expressive too. And of course, then all the coping and seething from all the shill media and shit. But I'm anxious to see Knight's Path. So it's the same kind of thing. So yes, thank you, Capcom. This unexpectedly hit me hard. I really would like to try more. Okay, I was wondering what it was we were looking at here. Because this is what the title screen looked like, right? And it turns out this is where she was making her little crayon drawing. Ah, that's adorable.